Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm a coach and a channel, and welcome back to my series called Spirit School. This is a series where I invite forward the spirit guides to share something new with us. And essentially, I just give them free rein on whatever it is that they want to come forward and talk to us about on any given day. And I just want to be inspired. I just want to have my perspective shifted and my level of awareness kind of blown wide open so that I can embrace something new, a new aspect of who I am, and a new way of looking at myself in the world just because I think that it's fun. So the way this works is I close my eyes and I tune in and I see what they want to share with us. And the message tends to come through me a little bit slowly and gradually and kind of open up and evolve as it comes. So give me a second. I'm going to tune in and see what they want to share with us. So they're showing me this image of this diamond ring, and they're really zoning in on the clarity and how the light reflects and refracts off the diamond. And depending on how you rotate the ring, you can see directly through the different facets inside of the ring, inside of the stone, or it almost appears opaque in the way that the light reflects off of it. And they're just saying that that is the nature of the stone and the way that it's cut, depending on the light, how the light is hitting the stone, and how, and the angle at which you're looking at it, that will dictate the clarity or the color and your experience of the stone itself. And now they just want you to tune in and recognize how that same aspect applies to your own sense of self, where depending on the parts of you that you are ready and willing to show the world, that is the aspect of your sense of identity that they will recognize, but it will also come down to how they decide to stand before you and see you. Um, we all have a different uh, opinion or taste in the types of jewelry that we like, and the types of cut and color and clarity of stones that we like. It's all personal opinion, and that is the beauty of human reality and the natural world is that there's so much variation. There's something out there for all of us, and we all have a different um, proclivity to what we enjoy. And that is what makes both us unique and the jewelry that we choose to sport as well. Um, okay, what else do you want to say about this? Today is just a simple message to reflect back to you that you don't have to bare your soul to everybody. This is such an important message. Okay. In the personal development and spiritual space, we are often taught that finding a level of safety inside of you means that you feel more comfortable openly and honestly sharing from a vulnerable place. And the more comfortable you are inside of yourself, the more comfortable you will be sharing openly. And this can feel very empowering. However, it's not necessarily something that you need to do in order to feel that empowerment within you. You can keep some of the clarity for select individuals to show them like the way that the diamond shines in a certain light where you can see deep inside of the different facets, almost like an emerald cut, you can see clearly through it. And if you turn the ring, the light will reflect off of the facets in a way where you just see the light being reflected and you can't see through it. And they're saying that you can rotate your inner diamond in a way that suits you best depending on who you're with. And it's up to you to determine your level of comfort with the individual in front of you and to sense whether or not you feel safe inside of their presence to reveal more of your depth, or whether you prefer to stay a little bit more closed off. And you have the prerogative and the right to make that decision. And it doesn't mean that you're not ready to let people in. It doesn't mean that you have more inner work to do if you choose to be a little bit more closed off with certain people. It's just a it's just a matter of your own desire, and that is a very empowering place to sit. And you don't have to bear it all for anybody. You get to choose that. And you get to choose to reveal the deepest parts of you to the people that have earned the right to see it, that can hold a safe and loving and compassionate space for you to desire to let them in to that degree. And this is a lesson for a very particular type of person. This is for me included, where we tend to find a level of validation inside of us when we feel comfortable just opening up and sharing. Oh my God, I've done the work. I feel comfortable and safe enough inside of who I am to be able to just openly share without filter. That means that I have accomplished a certain level of um, a certain level of acceptance inside of who I am to be able to do that. I can feel good about myself. And they're saying that that's great. And that does mean that. And that is worth celebrating. However, however, choose wisely is what they're saying. Because sometimes you will feel a little bit of resistance inside of the message that you are trying to deliver to the other person and their willingness to receive it openly. And that is your indication that you don't have to let them in any further. You can keep them at arm's length, and that doesn't mean that you have more work to do or that you're not as far along in your personal development journey or spiritual journey as you thought you were. It just means that they are not ready to receive the full depth and clarity of what's here, and therefore you can choose not to reveal it. And if that means playing it safe, if that means holding back, if that means um, not letting certain people are in or not revealing as much of yourself as you thought you should or thought you would, that's okay. And that is to be recognized and also um, recognized and also allowed. And it's just a testament to your own ability to hold yourself in a safe space and move through life through that lens, where not everybody is going to be ready to see the depths of your own longing for them to, and to cherish the ones that are ready and that you are can see already, and letting down your guard in front of those people is going to feel that much more rewarding. Wow, beautiful message. Anything else you would like to share with them today or me today? They're also saying that the cut of diamond that you sport inside of you is up to your own making. And the level of depth that you perceive to be there is also of your own design. And the level of depth that you feel is there or that you are willing to see there is also of your own design. And so you will find that as time goes by, you might perceive your diamond to have more depth and more clarity than it did before because you will have become more willing to see it. And that is just another layer of this conversation where just because you may not see some of the depth that's there that you desire to at this particular time does not mean anything else other than your own what perception. Um, and that perception will shift and change as you allow it to. And your willingness to continue to reflect your inner light out um, will what? Will reveal more of the beauty of this stone that's there. You just have to um, you just have to trust that when you're ready to hold that level of clarity and of depth and of beauty, because it's already there, but perhaps there is you're not really sure how to perceive it yet. And that ability will come in time, just like your ability to feel, um, just like everybody else has their own differing levels of capacity to hold space to see what's within you. You are an ever evolving in your ability to do that too, your ability to share it, in your ability to perceive it from within, and also in your ability to witness someone else bearing theirs to you in return. And it's just this constant evolution of what's here and of what's desired to be felt and seen from within and also out. And that is the complexity of this human reality is that we get to choose because not every consciousness layer has that choice available to them because if they're existing inside of a reality where it's just open, then what is there is what is seen and felt and recognized. And so we're living inside of this world where we can create layers of perception and being able to have the awareness that those layers exist, even if you can't see through them as deeply as you desire to be able to, that in and of itself is a gift of your awareness of what's there. You're aware that there's more there, and that is the first step in witnessing the totality of it. And they're just saying that um, witnessing it is secondary to the awareness of it in the first place. Just holding that awareness within you and walking through the world knowing that there's this depth and this clarity and this beauty that's there is enough to perceive the totality of it. It's a felt inner knowing, and in time, that will guide you deeper. And you will also feel that same willingness and openness from those around you. And it's inside of those connections that there will be a reciprocity. Well, they will show you some of theirs and you will reciprocate with some of yours. And slowly and slowly, you'll take one another deeper. And that'll be like the beauty inside of that rapport. And they're just showing me these two diamond diamond prisms kind of these two separate people coming together, and when you put them together it creates even more dimensionality and more refractions and more levels of depth depending on like how you rotate it, and you're just seeing more and more aspects of the prism itself and all the different possibilities and potentials and perspectives of it and the different ways the light refracts off of it. And that is you witnessing more of you inside of that connection, more of you, more of them, and more of um you, more of you, more of them, and more of what connection the two of you bring together, which is whatever you perceive to be there, feel is there, and are willing to believe is there in time. Any final words? Yeah, they're just showing me this image of like you walking around with this diamond on your finger with pride, feeling the beauty of it and admiring the beauty of it and remembering that that beauty is here. And if you can walk around like knowing that it's in there and feeling it there within you, that is um that is the the deepest desires. When you buy a piece of jewelry, you purchase it and you wear it so that you can marvel at it and feel really good sporting it. Like it makes you feel more elegant and more beautiful um, and they're just saying like more worthy and more capable and elevated. And you just want to show it off and you want to shine and you want to marvel at it. And that is like a reflection of your own inner self. So when you can envision and picture that same beauty existing within, then you walk through the world with that same vibration. And you don't necessarily need a physical piece of jewelry to evoke that because it's always within you. It's always there. It's always being felt and recognized. And you get to determine who else sees it too. Really beautiful message. Wow. Thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for joining me inside of the Spirit School episode today. This was one that really resonated for me and something that I needed to hear today. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of these. And I will see you next week in next week's episode of Spirit School. Have a good one. Bye.